Hi, astrology peeps. Let's talk today about Mr. Rogers. Was he the real deal or wasn't he? I'll tell you something. I asked my husband, did you watch Mr. Rogers? Did your kids watch Mr. Rogers? He said, I never trusted that guy. How could somebody be that nice all the time? And interestingly enough, in one of the recent interviews that Tom Hanks did, he had the same thought. Can somebody be that kind and nice all the time? Well, the chart will show you that yes, he can. He had his sun in the 12th house and 29 degrees Pisces. And 29 degrees is something that indicates previous lifetimes building towards an eruption of some kind, a pressure to manifest the energies of that particular planet and that particular sign. And by God, in this lifetime, he was going to do it. 29 degrees Pisces. Pisces is understanding, poetic, inspirational, kind. 29 degrees meant that he was going to do it or die. And in the 12th house is where you find planets like that with people that work with the public in hospitals, in rehab centers, in religious institutions. Hey, he was a Presbyterian minister, so he was following his dream and his purpose that way. But he wanted to do more. He wanted to reach children in a way that he didn't see that they were being reached. He didn't see a need that was being met, and he decided to create a way to do it. How did he do it? Neptune in the 5th house. Look right here. Neptune in the 5th house. 5th house is children and creativity. His Neptune is in the sign of Leo. Leo is the zodiacal sign that most expresses joy, warmth, love of life. And so this was what he used, this force is what he used to create Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. God, I love the way he did it. You'd have that piano intro, the camera would pan to the door, and you'd be waiting breathlessly for the door to open, and he'd walk in, that smile, those eyebrows, those cardigans. His mom made him, by the way. Mr. Rogers, you immediately felt safe. You immediately felt understood. You immediately felt cared for. One of the things that helped contribute to that was his rising sign in the sign of Taurus. Taurus, the bull. Ferdinand the bull. Calm, sweet, real. What you see is what you get. It's a very healing, soothing kind of energy. That's the energy that he portrayed as his rising sign. And I want to also look at the moon and the Mercury and the Venus in his chart. The moon is also in Pisces. The Mercury and the Venus are in Pisces on top of each other in 2 degrees Pisces. What does that mean? The Pisces moon, his moon is his emotional nature. Again, compassionate, kind, inspirational, wanting to do good, wanting to help his fellow man. His sun in Pisces and the moon in Pisces means that his insides matched his outsides. The Venus conjunct the Mercury, same thing. Venus is how we love. Venus is what we love. Mercury has to do with how we think, how we communicate. Both of them together with no wiggle room at all in 2 degrees Pisces means that this man's insides matched his outsides. He was a truly kind, gentle, generous, caring person. The thing that complicates things is he has what's called a Yod, Y-O-D, in his chart. It's a very unusual and rare configuration. Elton John has it, Einstein had it, Mr. Rogers had it. It's where you have 2 planets or points in conjunct one other planet, and one of the planets is sextiled the other point or planet. What it does is it forms an isosceles triangle in the chart. So he had his 29 degree sun in Pisces, sextiled his 26 degree in Capricorn midheaven, both of them in conjunct a 26 degree Leo Neptune in the 5th. That Capricorn midheaven has to do with your career, your public life, your destiny. Capricorn meant that this was a man who was willing to work hard and long to reach the pinnacle, the top of the mountain that he was climbing. That's what Capricorns do. Remember, the sign of Capricorn is the mountain goat. The mountain goat climbs mountains, gets higher than any other animal can. So he did win a lot of awards. He did win a lot of accolades. He did win a lot of recognition. People knew who Mr. Rogers was. And he was able to do his job for a very long time. I want to say that another thing that complicates this man is that he has Aries, Jupiter, and part of fortune in Aries in his 12th house. All those Aries energies hidden in the 12th house of your hidden fears and your hidden desires. Uranus and Aries. Uranus is the alarm clock in the zodiac. It is in Aries, which is the warrior, the fighter, the white knight. His mission in life, part of his important mission in life, was to wake people up to the plight of children. Understand them, understand what they need, being able to give them what they need. And he showed no fear in going out there and being a pioneer, which is another Aries trait, a pioneer in the field that he chose, which was television, public television. Jupiter next to the Aries, Jupiter next to his Uranus and Aries. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. It brings good luck to whatever it touches. So it made that a very, very strong, pioneering white knight energy. The part of fortune in the 12th house. What is the part of fortune? The part of fortune simply means it's where you get your deepest joy and satisfaction in this lifetime. It's in the 12th house. It's in Aries. What does Aries mean? Action, taking action. And in the 12th house is taking action to help other people come out of their prisons, whether they're imagined or real. Anybody who met him has the same thing to say. How kind he was, how he would turn the conversation around so that it was always about them. His deep understanding of anybody that he came across. The way that children just loved him whenever you'd see them, meet him in person. This man, I have to say, was the real deal. And I'm quite sure that if he were alive today, he would have a deep sense of responsibility in trying to still work with children, the children in cages on our borders, the children who are involved in the sex trafficking trade that is so much more prevalent today than it was before. This man would still be working hard, trying to come up with a way to make children feel safe, secure, cared for, understood. If anybody has any comments about my reading or about what they think about Mr. Rogers or his chart, please feel free to leave some comments. And if you would like to have a reading, please go to my website, littlebluelotus.org. Sign up for a reading. I hope to hear from you soon. Next tape will be about Tom Hanks, who coincidentally shares the same grandfather 6 generations ago from Fred Rogers. Wow, let's talk about that next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.